Your life does not move in the direction of your wishes. It moves in the direction of your thinking. Because before purpose is fulfilled in your life, it must first be accepted in your mind. Many people struggle with purpose not because they lack ability, but because they have wrong thinking patterns. They think small. They think negatively. They think with fear. They think with doubt. And that kind of thinking can never produce a purposeful life. Because your mind is the control room of your destiny. Everything you become starts as a thought. Everything you achieve begins as an idea. Everything you fail at can often be traced back to a mindset that limited you before you even started. Right thinking is powerful because it aligns your mind with your assignment. If your thinking is wrong, your actions will be wrong. If your thinking is confused, your direction will be confused. If your thinking is limited, your life will be limited. You cannot fulfill a great purpose with a small mindset. You cannot carry a big assignment with negative thinking. And you cannot step into your destiny while your mind is full of doubt. This is why the greatest battle for purpose is not outside you, it is inside you. It is the battle of thoughts. Because before you fight challenges in life, you fight thoughts in your mind. And if you lose in your mind, you will lose in life. Right thinking gives you clarity. It helps you see possibilities instead of problems. It helps you see opportunities instead of obstacles. It helps you see growth instead of struggle. Two people can face the same situation. One complains, the other learns. One quits, the other adapts. One sees the problem, the other sees the lesson. The difference is not the situation, the difference is thinking. Right thinking trains you to interpret life correctly. You stop asking, "Why is this happening to me?" and you start asking, "What is this teaching me?" You stop saying, "I can't do this," and you begin saying, "How can I do this?" You stop focusing on what is missing, and you begin focusing on what is available. This shift is what moves you toward purpose, because purpose requires mental maturity. You cannot think like a victim and live like a victor. You cannot think like a follower and become a leader.
You cannot think carelessly and expect a meaningful life. Right thinking brings discipline to your mind. It forces you to reject negative thoughts. It forces you to challenge limiting beliefs. It forces you to question every thought that does not align with who you are meant to become. Because not every thought deserves to stay in your mind. Some thoughts must be rejected immediately. Some beliefs must be replaced completely. And some mental habits must be rebuilt intentionally. Right thinking is not automatic. It is trained. It is developed. It is practiced daily. You must learn to think on purpose, because if you don't control your thoughts will control you. And uncontrolled thinking leads to uncontrolled living. But disciplined thinking leads to purposeful living. Let me say this clearly. You cannot live above the level of your thinking. Your life will always reflect the quality of your thoughts. If your thoughts are filled with fear, your life will show hesitation. If your thoughts are filled with doubt, your life will show inconsistency. If your thoughts are filled with confidence and clarity, your life will show progress. Right thinking builds confidence, not false confidence, but clarity about who you are and what you are here to do. It reminds you that your current condition is temporary. It reminds you that mistakes are lessons. It reminds you that challenges are training grounds. And this kind of thinking keeps you moving forward when others stop. Because purpose is a journey that requires endurance. And endurance begins in the mind. Before your body gives up, your mind gives up. Before you quit physically, you quit mentally. So if you can strengthen your thinking, you strengthen your ability to continue. Right thinking also protects your vision, because wrong thoughts can destroy a clear vision. Doubt can blur it. Fear can shrink it. Comparison can corrupt it. But disciplined thinking keeps your vision intact. You begin to think in alignment with your future, not your past. You stop defining yourself by what has happened to you, and you start defining yourself by where you are going. This is the mindset of people who fulfill purpose. They think forward. They think growth. They think possibilities. They think responsibility. And that thinking shapes their daily actions. So if you want to fulfill purpose, start by correcting your thinking. Pay attention to what occupies your mind daily. Pay attention to the words you say to yourself. Pay attention to the beliefs you have accepted without questioning them. Because your mind is either preparing you for purpose or preventing you from stepping into it. You must deliberately feed your mind with thoughts that empower you, thoughts that challenge you, thoughts that stretch you, thoughts that remind you of your assignment. Because the right thoughts produce the right actions, and the right actions produce a purposeful life. Your destiny is not waiting for better circumstances. It is waiting for better thinking. Once your thinking changes, your direction changes. Once your direction changes, your results change. And once your results change, your life begins to reflect the purpose you were created for. So from today, become a guardian of your mind. Do not allow negative thinking to stay. Do not allow fear to dominate. Do not allow doubt to speak louder than possibility. Train your mind to think correctly, because when your thinking is right, your life begins to move toward purpose naturally. Right thinking is the foundation of purposeful living.